going on, family? It's your boy DKL Hill, and I'm back. Got another one for you. I don't like to just throw out random videos just to be out here making videos to try to get some notoriety or something like that. But what I do is I make videos when I get compelled to do something. And true enough that a lot of my content is based on my weight loss journey. And that's one of the main reasons I made my TikTok page. But I got into TikTok right at the time where I perceive it as there's a lot of political stuff going on. And just over this weekend, I came to realize that politics and health have a lot in common. And how I came to this conclusion is that, I'm getting older. I'm just kind of reflecting back and just, I had these moments where I can sit down for a little bit and just kind of think and reminisce on the past. And something hit me. I don't know what it was. I don't even know where it came from, but a lot of stuff that happens to me like this, it seems profound to me, but let me know what you think about this. Okay, so has anybody ever heard of it's not a disease, but it's a disorder, syndrome. It's called Munchausen. So if you never heard of Munchausen syndrome, it was a movie back in the 80s that was about Munchausen syndrome. I forget, somebody really famous was a victim of Munchausen syndrome. If you're my generation, you've probably heard Eminem, Marshall Mathers talk about Munchausen syndrome. But if you don't know what it is, just a quick breakdown. It's called Munchausen syndrome by proxy. And what that means is it usually happens in kids, where you'll have these kids that have all these like nondescript symptoms of illness, and the parents will take them to the hospital and the doctors, and they'll get all these tests and blood checks, and the doctors and the staff, they can't really seem to find issue that leads them to make a diagnosis. So these kids end up going through years and years of testing and prodding and probing and being really ill and not knowing if there's an end in sight, until one of the doctors or someone on the staff, they start to put things together, and they realize that this child is not going through something that we can't figure out. What we need to figure out is what the parents are doing, because this child's been going through this for a long time. We can't find anything to pinpoint where it could be coming from. So let's talk to the parents. So they talk to the parents and they get a full history from the parents. And then they start to realize that the parents have been abusing these children to get sympathy. So then they conduct their investigation the way they conducted. They not only blame the parent, but they usually find out the parent is the reason that this kid has been suffering all the time. And then there's a separation of that child from their parent. Now, I know that was really long-winded, but here's my point. That same thing applied to politics last year to me more than ever. And I give you an example of that. You have a president now who's talking about getting rid of a lot of these social policies. He's getting rid of a lot of extra spending for things that people say are needed for them to survive in this world. It's kind of like having to go to your parent that's been poisoning you for the past 10 years, and then you ask them to help you become healthy. You see where the conundrum comes in at? It's right there. You have to go back to the person that has been harming you this entire time and ask them to make you whole again. I want you to think about that for a second. Now, this whole time, you were unaware that the person that was taking care of you was the actual problem. Now, you understand that 100%. There's no doubt in your mind. It's unquestionable. Here's the interesting part. If you figure yourself in this situation, you find yourself in this situation, what are you going to do? You're going to continue to go back to the person that you know for a fact has been harming you for however long. You're going to ask them for more help. If you do, okay, that's fine. That's your decision. You made that decision. Live with it. Okay, you've got all the information you needed to come up with, not a hypothesis, but you come up with the truth that the person that you expected to help you all this time ain't helping you. They're harming you. But yet you go back to them and you ask them to help you again. George W. Bush that said that? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, can't be fooled again. You ain't fooling me no more. Because I go outside the box and I study, and I don't just study things that give me the answer that I'm looking for. I study the facts so I can figure out what the truth is. And I figured out that in politics and in healthcare, don't nobody really have your best interest at heart because they're about making money, right? So why would I go to either of these two entities to ask them to help me? So what I did was, how I was raised to be independent. Don't ask nobody for shit. If you do need help, swallow your pride, get their help, repay it back with interest because that person did not have to go out of their way to help you. That's called a blessing where I'm from. If somebody blesses you, you bless them back. People that bless you out, bless them out too. Now, I said a lot, and I know this is long-winded for TikTok, but I might not even put this on TikTok because I don't think nobody they ain't gonna really feel me on this one. But the thing is, if you've known that you had the ability to really take care of yourself and you chose not to take care of yourself and you just depended on regularity, consistency to keep you comfortable and docile, that's on you. If you understood that you're asking your captor to feed you, to house you, to clothe you, and when they stop doing it, you get mad at them. How you gonna tell? Oh, I'm like, what the hell is that? I know y'all probably can't hear it, but my Apple Watch just told me I reached a mile. It kind of scared the hell out of me because I'm about to get woods up about the. No, I ain't gonna say that, but anyway, that kind of threw me off right there. You go into your captain and you asking them to free you, feed you, and let you go, but you need somewhere to stay, you need some food, and you need a little bit of money. Don't work that way. Same thing with healthcare. If these people are giving you pills that you've been taking for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and those pills ain't helped you, did they really help you? They gave you something to mask the problem. The problem is you need to learn independence. Now, whether you come through that, you come to that realization this year, that next year, it's on you. That's an individual path you gotta walk. But there are people out here that have tried some things. They're showing you the proof of those things they tried. And you are seeing the results. This ain't no AI. This ain't no computer generated image. This ain't Photoshop. This is me. I'm out here. And if you know me personally, you see me personally. And you know, this shit real. This is real. You might not agree with it, but you should agree with what you're seeing, unless you don't believe your eyes, unless you got lying eyes, you know? Or it could be this too. It could be you don't believe that what I'm saying is what's actually going on. I mean, it's probably somebody out there saying that nigga taking no Ozempic. He doing something, he's starving the shit out of himself. Ain't no way he only eat meat and he done lost all that weight. I tell you this, I came back a couple weeks ago and I dropped a video and I told y'all I had reached my lowest weight, 193 pounds. That was about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. I tell you this, since then I've gained 2 pounds. I've gained 2 pounds. I'm sorry, I want to make sure that's clear. I've gained 2 pounds since then, right? But yesterday I get an alert on my watch and it says it's been 1 month since I purchased a 50-pound kettlebell. I went last year and I worked with a 30-pound kettlebell all year. Kicked my ass with that 30-pound kettlebell all year. Now I got kettlebells from 5 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds. This year in particular, that 30-pounder just wasn't doing it. So a month ago, it's actually been, I guess, 32 days since I bought that 50-pound kettlebell, right? So I buy the kettlebell and I go to work with it immediately. And since I've had it over the last, 32 days, I've used it probably 22 days. So a lot. It's probably closer to 25, but anyway, that's beside the point. But what I've noticed in that 32 days is that I've gained more muscle, gotten a lot stronger. I've had people that see me tell me, man, damn, your shoulders, your back, your chest. Damn, Kenny, you looking pretty good. They see it and they tell me, keep going, man. Keep it up. And that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I want all y'all to do. I know now I'm talking to black folks right now. I know we naturally skeptical of politicians and medical staff and law enforcement. No, we're just naturally skeptical because of the circumstances that we've been through since we've been here in this country. I understand it. I'm a skeptical person too. I was raised to be skeptical, but I was also raised to figure out what the real issue is. What should you be skeptical of? Everything ain't bad that you hear. Everything ain't bad that you see. If you do enough research on it, you'll figure it out. Or you'll implement something and you'll fail and you'll find out that wasn't the right way to go about it, but you're still learning. So I challenge everybody who's watching this video, if you make it this far, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what I had to say. Have you experienced anything similar to that? Have you had some type of awakening? I ain't gonna say that because now woke is, that shit's so commercialized that it don't even mean what it's supposed to mean. But have you come to the realization that not only have you been lied to, you've probably been led astray on purpose? Have you made the changes? Have you seen the results? Have you felt the benefits? Have you heard the criticisms? Thank y'all for listening. I'll be back with another one. Until then, peace.